Pakistan cricket stadiums are in a shambolic state, not my words, this right from the horse's mouth. Pakistan chief Mohsin Naqvi addressed the media when he was doing the rounds of the venues for inspection. Venues that are set to host the Champions Trophy early next year in Pakistan. And when asked about what he thought of the stadium's infrastructure and how soon they'd be ready, he did not wax any eloquence, he did not shower any praises, and he knew he couldn't because the media would have had a field day showing him the reality and trolling him for that, because there are enough reasons to show otherwise. So this is what PCB ended up saying instead.
There's a huge difference in international stadiums and those of ours. None of our stadiums are of international standard. There weren't enough seats or proper bathroom facilities, and the view made it seem like you were watching the match from 500 meters away.
The PCB is not pleased with where the country stands in comparison to other cricketing hosts. The condition of all three venues is pretty embarrassing, to say the least. Just a reminder, Karachi, Rawalpindi and Lahore are the three venues chosen to host the Champions Trophy games. And there are issues, of course, plaguing all of these venues. Lahore is a pretty venue, but the viewing facilities are shambolic. Karachi has not had an upgrade in over a decade. Rawalpindi facilities are in the worst possible state. There is no proper infrastructure in place at any of these three venues, something PCB acknowledges. The groundwork is outdated. The fact that there has been no international cricket too has set these stadiums back many years. Now, when it comes to being viewed as an international cricket host, something their own cricketers have been crying hoarse for over years now.
We can't even maintain 3 stadiums. How could we make a new one? Have you seen the roof of the Gaddafi stadium that they were showing with the drone? We can't even control the 3 that we have. We can only dream of making a new one.
In fact, the second test between Pakistan and Bangladesh that was set to take place in Karachi, that's starting tomorrow, 21st of August, had been moved to Rawalpindi instead. Teams had to travel to Rawalpindi to play back-to-back test matches now, because there is some heavy renovation work that's underway in Karachi. It began after the ICC sanctioned the budget for this work, and that will affect the game and the health of the players. That's what PCB came out with a statement saying that the reason why they couldn't hold that match in Karachi was because the renovation work would affect the conditions of the game as well as the health of the players. A lot of dust, a lot of noise, and of course there is a worry that this work itself will not be complete in time for when England tours Pakistan. That's in October. PCB has refrained from giving any commitment to the exact time frame that this would take, because let's face it, the process isn't just a facelift but an overhaul of the whole stadium itself. And time is not a luxury that Pakistan has at the moment. 6 months is a tight window that will continue to shrink here on. And the problem compounds itself because it is a packed schedule that Pakistan is having, an unusually busy one, especially hosting a lot of countries with matches lined up against New Zealand and South Africa just before Champions Trophy. And guess what? Lahore has been ruled out completely from hosting any of these games that Pakistan is set to play from here, this point, till Champions Trophy. That's what sources are saying because of the renovation work. The authorities in the country are hoping that they will be able to divide matches between Karachi, Rawalpindi and Multan for this period. But then again, you want work in Karachi to wrap up in time. Rawalpindi too needs a facelift. The stands, the seating arrangements and the facilities have faced a lot of backlash in the recent past when New Zealand toured Pakistan. So what about the monies? The ICC has approved a budget of $70 million for hosting the Champions Trophy. This happened just last month, but in fact a little more than a month ago. An additional amount close to $5 million has also been set aside in the advent of matches being moved and India not making it to Pakistan. The whole world is going to be watching how this plays out. I've also only touched upon the aspect of stadiums. There is, of course, an additional massive concern that comes with Champions Trophy in Pakistan, and that is security. Just like how Bangladesh is teetering at the moment in the clasp of a political turmoil with the T20 Women's World Cup almost out, that has disrupted every aspect. Pakistan is in a very delicate situation too. Anything remotely disturbing the balance would cast aspersions on whether they will get to host the Champions Trophy. So PCB knows that nothing can go wrong from this moment, and every step or every foot they place has to be done with great diligence and calculation.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for a future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. Obviously today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies.